Hey there, let's talk about the mango. I know, you probably think you know it pretty well. It's that sweet, juicy fruit sitting in your kitchen. But what if I told you there's this incredible hidden story behind it? We're talking royalty, epic journeys across the globe, and some science that is, well, it's going to surprise you. So let's peel back those layers.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. The fruit in your kitchen, sparking wars, inspiring emperors, going to space? This is way more than just a snack. It's literally a piece of living history. And yeah, today we're going to unpeel every single part of its fascinating story. All right, so where do we even begin with a story this big? Well, we've got to go way, way back. I'm talking 4,000 years, right to the very dawn of its history.
That's right, 4,000 years. The mango has been tied up in human culture for that long, all starting out in South Asia. And in ancient India, it was so much more than just food. It was sacred, a symbol of love and prosperity that you'd find mentioned in scriptures. Gifting someone a basket of mangoes was a huge deal, a true sign of friendship. This deep respect for the mango went on for centuries, and it really hit a high point with the Mughal Emperor Akbar back in the 16th century. This guy's passion for the fruit was, well, it was totally legendary.
And when I say legendary, I mean it. Get a load of this number, 100,000. What is that? That is how many mango trees Emperor Akbar planted in just one of his orchards, a place called Lakibag. This wasn't just gardening, you guys. This was a full-blown royal obsession.
Okay, so the mango starts out as this beloved treasure in one part of the world. But how on earth did it conquer the rest of the planet? How did it get from there to, your local grocery store?
Well, it basically hitched a ride on the biggest trade routes in history. It all began in India and Myanmar, right? Then Persian traders carried it west, introducing it to the Middle East and East Africa. A little later, Portuguese explorers took it on a huge journey across the Atlantic to Brazil. And from there, boom, it just spread like wildfire. That epic world tour is what turned the mango into one of the most beloved fruits on the entire planet.
All right, so we've covered the history. Now let's get into the science. Because trust me, the mango has some wild secrets hiding just beneath that colorful skin.
Okay, pop quiz. What do mangoes, cashews, and pistachios all have in common? They're all family. Yep, they belong to the same plant family called Anacardiaceae. But here's the twist. That family also has let's say, a more infamous cousin. Any guesses? It's poison ivy.
Poison ivy. I know, right? So why does this weird family connection even matter to you? Well, have you ever held a mango and then gotten a weird itchy rash on your hands? If so, you're not crazy and you're definitely not alone. It turns out the mango's skin has chemical compounds that are super similar to the stuff in poison ivy. That's what causes the reaction. How bizarre is that?
Now, speaking of mango secrets, I've got one that is a total game changer. For real. How do you pick the perfect mango? We all do it, right? We give it a little squeeze. But that's not actually the best way. Forget squeezing. The real secret? Use your nose. A ripe mango will have this amazing, strong, fruity smell right near the stem. That's nature's little I'm ready to eat signal. So next time, just give it a sniff.
So we've seen the history, we've seen the science, but the story doesn't stop there. Let's look at how this one fruit has literally woven itself into the fabric of our cultures, from art and ancient rituals all the way to modern-day innovation.
I mean, its influence is just everywhere once you start looking for it. You know that famous paisley pattern? The one you see on clothes and designs? Totally based on the shape of a mango. And in many Indian traditions, people hang mango leaves in their doorways for good luck and positive energy. And get this, some mango trees can keep producing fruit for over 300 years, 3 centuries. And it's not like there's just one type of mango. Oh no, there are over 1,000 different kinds out there in the world.
But just when you think you've heard it all, the mango's journey didn't just stop with ancient traditions or different varieties on Earth.
It went to space. No, I'm not kidding. It literally went to space. Because they're so nutritious and last a long time when they're processed, mango-based foods have actually been taken on space missions by astronauts. Think about that journey, from an emperor's garden to the final frontier. It's just unbelievable.
All right, I've got one last secret for you, and this one is pure kitchen magic. You know how mangoes get riper even after you bring them home from the store? That's because they release something called ethylene gas. Here's the cool part. That gas can ripen other fruits too. So, if you've got a hard avocado or a green banana, just stick it in a fruit bowl next to a mango.
You've got your very own natural fruit ripening machine right there on your counter.
So the next time you pick up a mango, just take a second to think about what you're really holding. It's not just a fruit, right? You're tasting thousands of years of history, science, and culture all rolled into one. You're holding a story about emperors, world-traveling explorers, and even astronauts. It's a scientific wonder that's somehow related to both delicious pistachios and not-so-delicious poison ivy. So, with over 1,000 types out there, I gotta ask, what's your go-to all-time favorite mango? I'd love to know.